All right, so in my last video, you saw US Steel. I showed you why I think it's going higher. Now in this video, I'm gonna show you my trade, the trade that I put on. And then the reason why I separated the two videos, because believe it or not, when I show the sauce, when I show how to actually make it, people don't watch that video. This video you're about to watch, people don't wanna see how you make the money. They just wanna see what can make money. So I'm gonna go ahead and separate the videos and let's see how many views this particular video gets, because I'm gonna show you the exact trade I put on, and then we can even talk about other trades, what you can do. Now, my trade is just right for me. I was aggressive, but not really aggressive. But let's just look at the charts again, and then I can talk about the trade. Let's get into it. All right, so here is the chart, and I'm gonna clear out all of these lines, all right? I'm gonna clear the drawing set. And basically, I'm worried about this area right here. So I said, oh man, wrong line. I said I'm predicting that this thing goes higher, right? So I'm basically gonna use this low. Let me make that nice and big and kind of bring it down here. Right, like that. I'm gonna use this low kind of as like a stop, right? I'm basically saying that I don't think the stock is gonna go below 23.41 anytime soon, okay? If it does, I'm out. But I don't know, because I gotta kind of, I basically sold a put credit spread, but I only did it with 4 days to expiration. So yeah, it's kind of aggressive, safe, delta-wise, but aggressive time-wise. So I'll show you what I mean. So let's go ahead and look at the options chain. And I went right here, man. I'm basically saying this thing is gonna just start rocking and taking it off, right? Taking it off. What am I talking about? Taking it off. And you can see here is the daily chart. So right now it's just heading higher. My bet is that that continues. So I went over here to the May 20 Friday, this Friday, May 28th, right? 4 days to expiration, and I sold this 23 put. And I made it a vertical, right? And I bought the 22 for protection, just one strike wide. Now, right now that is pricing at 13 cents mid price. But when I did it for 14 cents. All right, you're like, hey man, Dre, that's pretty cheap, man. 14 cents, you ain't gonna make no real money doing that. Well, you gotta do the math behind it, right? So basically 14 cents is $14, right? Because options, everything is times 100, right? So $14, and you divide it basically here. Let me do it this way. I got to do it from scratch. It's a $1 wide spread. So my risk is $1, which is $100. Okay, I'm risking $100 to make this trade. But I did it for a credit of $14. So they're going to give me $14 right now. So my real risk is 100 minus 14. Which is $86, right? So if this thing were to go to zero, the most I can lose is $86. All right, so I got $14, right? So they're gonna give me 14 bucks. So I'm gonna take 14 and I'm gonna divide it by my risk, which is $86. And that's giving me a 16% return on my money. 16% in 4 days is what I'm going to try to make. Right? So if you do this 5 times, and let's go ahead and analyze the trade. There it is, right? So you could do it as many times as you want, right? To where you feel it's your risk. So if I do it 5 times, the most I could lose is $430. And of course, if this thing stays above 23 by Friday, I'm going to make 70 bucks. And it's the same math. If I were to take 70, right? 70 divided into 430 is still 16% credit. 16% return on my money, right? You could do it 10 times or 20 times. Just keep doing it until you want to spend the money you want to spend, right? So this will be $1,720, and the most you'll make is $280, and that still will be 16%. Now you can come in here and that's the trade I did. I feel it's safe. You can see the delta on the 23 strike. There's the delta is 20, basically meaning that I have a 20% chance of being wrong. And if I have a 20% chance of being wrong, that means I have an 80% chance of being right, right? I mean, the stock is already trading at 24.35. right? I just needed to stay above 23 before by Friday. So let's keep our fingers crossed and hope it can do that. According to the analytics, right, the Greeks, it's saying, hey, I'm going to be right. There's an 80% chance I'm going to be right. Now, you could have got more aggressive here, right? You could have just bought the straight calls. Get up in here, buy some calls, buy all that stuff. You're betting that the stock's going up. I would be careful about buying a call with 4 days to go, but you never know. But if you look at the put call ratio, it's at 0.38. It's basically almost 3-to-1 on the calls. People are scooping up these calls. 75,000 people traded calls versus 28,000, not people, I should say contracts. 75,000 contracts versus 28,000 contracts on the puts. Look at the calls being traded at the ask. 42%, man. That's basically telling you they buying these calls. They like, oh, man. So people are excited, just like me. But I don't want to be as aggressive, so I'm being kind of safe, right? And I'm doing it aggressive because it's short term. It's short, right? 4 days. It could drop and then go higher, and then I'm screwed, right? If it drops and kind of by Friday comes on and I'm, it's like 23, or I should say 22, I'm out. I'm like, oh gosh, I can't believe it. I lost all my money. But then it starts to rise, right? So you have to decide when you want to play the expiration. I just decided to be aggressive, but hey, 4 days, man. I bet you this thing is going to start to go higher the rest of this week. That's my trade, and let's hope I'm right. Now, since I'm getting 14 cents credit, if you do the math, 23 minus that 14, right, 14 cents, basically my break even is $22.86. So I don't lose any money as long as this thing is above $22.86. Let's look at the chart again. All right, so here's the chart, and I'm going to draw let's first of all, can we clean this up? Come on, Dre, clean this up. All right, now let's draw a line at $22.86. And I'll get up the 5-minute chart since this is a short-term trade. I even got to scroll it down, right? $22.85. Sorry, 86 cents. And it's somewhere, it's almost like right here. I just want to give you an idea. I'm basically saying, hey, man, this thing is staying above this line by Friday in the next 4 days. And as long as it does, I'm going to make money, right? That's my break even, $22.86. So I'll keep you updated on the trade. I'll let you know what I do. I don't know, right? It says 80% chance, and I'm like, okay, I believe you, but I'm always like, yeah, right, man. Gosh, sometimes it don't feel like it's an 80% chance because it will test you. By the way, when something like that, the chance of me getting tested at that 23 strike is usually double the delta. So there's like a 40% chance that I could be tested on that strike. And when it comes down to 23, it's going to be having me, I should sell, because to buy it back when it hits that, it'll probably be about $50. But I only got $14 for the trade, so I'll be losing 50 minus 14, $36. Right? So, and do I want to hold on or see if it goes back up? And that's a decision that I'm going to have to make at that time. So let's hope I don't have to make that decision. Anyway, that's the trade I made. The bottom line is put your own trade on if you're interested in making this trade. And remember, I'm just a truck driver. I don't know shit about stocks. I'm just kind of drawing lines on the chart, just like somebody in the comments said, and hopefully I make some money. All right, so I predict that U.S. Steel goes higher from here. So I basically base the trade around that idea. All right, so there's the video. There's my trade. And let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you're going to jump in the trade, or if you like the trade, or if you don't like the trade, what you don't like about the trade. There's a lot to talk about. You just got to put it in the comments and we can have that conversation. So I'm Dre Trades. Catch me out on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Dre Trades, all that stuff. You know the deal. Thanks for watching, y'all. Peace.